Bugatti gets its record back, a bigger X6 is in the works, and oh boy, a Range Rover Sport R might exist. I'm Rory, it's Thursday, let's do the news. Volkswagen's Bugatti side project recently lost its world's fastest production car record because Guinness, who for whatever reason is in charge of keeping track of that stuff, figured out that Bugatti turned off the speed limiter on its Bugatti Veyron Super Sport when they set the world record. While customer cars are speed limited to 258 miles per hour, the Bugatti that set the record hit 267.8 miles per hour. So, from what we can infer, the Veyron is much safer at 258 miles per hour than it is at 267.8. Anyway, don't fret, Bugatti owners. Guinness has reversed their decision. Why? Who knows? The press release was super boring. Now, here is a story you're not going to believe. BMW is refreshing a model and it's getting bigger and more aggressive looking. I'll let that sink in for a second. Yep, Autocar quotes a BMW insider explaining the changes to the next X6 by saying, "We want to give our sporting models a more individual look, further separating them visually from the more practical models in our lineup." Of course they do. Well, Miami, you're getting a new X6 and it's going to be bigger than the old one. The Range Rover Sport R, you know what? Actually, let's not do that one. Let's do This Week in Studies instead. Now, some researchers spend days and months away from their families. They let their health suffer for their work, and they do it all for the chance that their efforts might make the world a better place one day. And then there's some other research that's a total waste of human energy. It's directed at getting some horrible company mentioned on Drive Time Radio. Here is one of those. The heroic journalists at ABC's Nightline recently cited a study which they described as, quote, Australian. Now that study says having kids in the car is more distracting than having a cell phone in the car. You should really just watch the whole banal segment. It's just the worst. Of course having kids in a car is more distracting than a cell phone. Does a cell phone constantly lead you to question if you're a good person? Does a cell phone make you consider your own mortality? You ever have to turn around and slap a cell phone on the side of the head? No, of course not. It's a phone. Now let's take a look at this week's highlight reel. We've got footage from WESH TV in Orlando, Florida. Yep, that is a cop striking a pedestrian with his car and then leaving the scene. For both of our foreign viewers, yes, this guy is paid to carry a gun. Well, there you have it, the news. We'll be back here next week, but until then, go ahead and check out our other videos at autoweek.com and YouTube.
Catch all the latest auto enthusiast news at autoweek.com, in Autoweek magazine and iPad edition. Talk with us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at AutoWeek USA.